Good day, guys. So, today I'll be dealing with 5 ways to deal with the metric pressure. As we know, metric is often the most depressing and difficult grade in our entire academic life. The pressure is unbearable. Assignments, extra classes, and the pressure of producing good marks are often too much to deal with. The immense pressure is due to the fact that metric is one important grade in your whole academic life. That is why we spend 11 years preparing for it. It can either make or break you. We all know that good grades in metric can open many doors for you, and we also know that failing metric can be a huge setback in our lives. So today I will show you how you can deal with that pressure and improve your grades. This technique, or should I say techniques, they help me manage the pressure and also to produce good grades. So there are 5 ways I'm going to deal with. First of all, meditation and exercising. Secondly, forward reading. Thirdly, creating a study timetable. Fourthly, avoiding stressors. And lastly, taking a break. So let's dig into it. So let's start with meditation and exercising. They both play the same role as they keep your body strong and healthy. I mean, we all know that a healthy body always means a healthy brain. So, taking care of yourself can go a long way in improving your grades and emotional stability. Meditation and exercising are the key players in this instance. So, one may ask, how do we meditate? First of all, find a quiet place. So, one may ask, how do we meditate? First of all, find a quiet place. Come with your mat. Maybe it could be in your room or somewhere where there's quietness, peace, all that. And the place should be private because some people they are too shy to meditate in public places like parks and all that. So first of all, you need to come with your mat, lay it down on the floor, sit on it with your legs crossed. Like, have you seen how the Buddha sits? Yes, that way. You can search the Buddha on your Google, you'll see how he sits. Okay. And what I'd like to recommend is that use a pillow to support you so you can sit up straight. After that, you can set your timer by 5 minutes. After setting your timer, start doing breathing exercises. The main aim of meditating is to focus on your breathing. Feel the cold air go inside your nose and lungs, all that. When you inhale, then feel the warm air warm up your nostril on its way out as you exhale. Focus on this activity and notice how your breathing rate changes. Try by all means to stick to one breathing rate which is low but not too slow. Every time you lose focus, I know it is hard to focus during meditation, but then every time you lose focus, don't start from scratch. Don't be hard on yourself. Just reprimand your mind and focus again on the activity at hand. Stay calm by all means. This will help you. This will help you relieve stress and tension, especially on your brain. You will feel like you are floating on air. Like, I know for the first time I tried to meditate, it was an awful experience. But then as time went by, I literally learned how to meditate. And then this brought immense peace in my life. Okay, it helped me deal with stress like in a better way. So another technique is that reprimanding your mind whenever you lose focus, it helps you to have control over it, and thus increasing your concentration span. This also decreases the frequency of anxiety attacks and panic attacks, as you'll be able to manipulate yourself into thinking what you want to think. So every time a negative thought pops up, you are able to identify it and replace it with a positive one. Another thing is that Meditation can also help you to improve your memory. Now, let's go to exercising. Exercising. Oh, so by exercising, we do not necessarily mean you should hit the gym and lift the weights. I mean, like, strenuous exercises require a lot of energy. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go to the gym, get those 10 kg weights. You don't have to do that. What you can do is all the exercises that I have provided here to save energy and time, because you need that energy and time to study. Are we good? So, as I've said in the beginning of this subtopic, a stronger body means a stronger brain. Exercising keeps your brain strong, thus enabling it to deal with any kind of pressure. Exercising helps the body get rid of toxins. It therefore improves your overall health and your overall thought activity. Thought activity has to do with the brain, okay? So when you exercise, you improve your endurance, meaning it enables you to do an activity for a longer period of time. You need to Google the term endurance if you are not familiar with it. So as I've said about endurance, the more you exercise, the more your levels of endurance increases. The more it becomes easier for you to do an activity for a longer period of time without getting tired. So knowing that you can do something for a longer period of time without getting tired improves your willpower. Also, you need to Google what is willpower. All right. So when your willpower increases, this gives you an extra boost of confidence, because you start thinking like, no, I can write an essay of 6 pages without getting tired. Oh, why? Three is nothing. I can do that within 30 minutes. I can do that. Like it will be like a walk in the park. You know what I mean? Technique I used was forward reading. This one was the, I don't know, should I say the ultimate recipe to my success. Yeah, forward reading, like it makes a lot of things more easier, especially if you are in grade 12. Even if you are in grade 11 or grade 10, forward reading is essential. So the ultimate one that I use, forward reading. Forward reading is a term that I use for studying ahead of time, studying ahead of the class. You know what I mean? So if you know you are struggling academically, forward reading can be very useful in improving your grades. Like in high school, I went from being an average student to a top learner in 1 year using forward reading. I used to study 2 units of a certain subject daily. This means that I studied 2 times compared to the previous years. That's why I was an average learner back then. And then now, because I'm studying 2 times, I'm a top learner. You know what I mean? Forward reading also helped me prepare for lessons beforehand. It helped me identify my problems, the concepts which were difficult for me to understand. So every time I will wait for the teacher to present the topic in class. And whenever the teacher presents the topic in class, voila, I start to understand those topics better. You know what I mean? So, however, I did not depend on my teachers, because there were things that my teachers didn't know. Doing my own research saved me and the whole class from being misled if the teacher makes a mistake and he or she's not aware of it. You know what I mean? Ha 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 ha. Forward reading also helped me to be active in class, as I was able to answer almost every question that was posed to me. Being able to answer questions in class doesn't only help you to understand better, but it also improves your self-esteem, because now I'm confident that I can answer every question that is posed to me. That means that even in the examination room, I can do exceptionally well. You know what I mean? So another advantage of forward reading was that I was always up to date with everything. The assignments, everything. I was always up to date. because I was ahead of everyone. I had enough time to work on my assignments while waiting for the teacher to present what I have already studied at home. You know what I mean? So I was always eager to learn and ask questions in class. This made me likable and made me stand out of the rest. My grades improved drastically. My confidence also, you know what I mean? It went shot up to the sky. It was so high. In order to tackle forward reading, you need a study timetable. These two work hand in hand, bro. Like honestly, some people can I don't know, they can do forward reading without a study timetable. Some can have a study timetable, but without implementing the forward reading technique. So to ensure that forward reading works for you, you need a timetable, a study timetable, because it will help you make time for your books and other stuff that affects your life. Maybe you need to clean the house, you need to wash the dishes, you need to cook. So you'll be able to allocate enough time for each activity. I mean, we all have life outside the academics, like, I guess. So to ensure consistency, you need to draft a timetable, a study timetable. So in my study timetable, I used to include a difficult subject and an easy subject every day. For example, I would study life sciences for 2 hours a day and then take a break. Let's say on Monday, I study life sciences for 2 hours, take a break, then do English first additional language for an hour. The next day on Tuesday, I will do geography for 2 hours, take a break, then do Setswana home language for an hour. Third day it will be math lit and LO because math lit was difficult and LO was easy. But then another thing is that I also included some time for homeworks. Homeworks take 10 to 15 minutes, I think. So I was able to do 5 a day with breaks in between. So usually I will do my homeworks before or after my study time. So the most important thing about the study timetable is that it helped me stay consistent. It also kept me up to date. So obviously the pressure was not that much because I would work every day. Every day I would push maybe a portion of an assignment, a portion of my homeworks. I would study maybe, like I've said before, 2 units a day or 1 unit a day. So I was always up to date. And then I was consistent. This didn't only help me with my consistency, but it helped with my self discipline. I was able to control myself, I was able to ground myself. You know, like I was living like a top student. Like you need to go in YouTube and search how do top students live like. They don't have time for fun. Like they do, but they prioritize their academics more than anything else. That's why they are able to score like about 90% average. That is because they spend 90% of their time doing academics or studying. The most difficult one, you need to avoid stress. I mean, avoiding stress can often be difficult because it tends to follow you. Know how to deal with it and how to control your mind and reprimand it from stressing. However, there are several ways to avoid stress. The slide that comes below presents a list of things that I did to avoid stress. Here are the things I used to do to avoid stress. Okay, avoiding arguments with loved ones, you know, those arguments with your mom or with your brother, or should I say siblings. Avoiding conflict with teachers, you can do that by doing their work, always doing their homeworks. You won't be in any kind of conflict with your teachers and always obeying them. Then that way you minimize your chances of having a conflict with them. Also minimize your caffeine intake. Those who drink coffee and tea in the morning, minimize your caffeine intake. You can start by drinking only 1 cup a day, maybe. Quit smoking and alcohol.
If you are in South Africa, I know this might sound like a challenge, but you need to do that. You need to quit smoking and drinking alcohol. You can resume with it in December, but for now, your priority is to pass Matric. Another thing is to meditate. I have explained how meditation works, so you will just have to go back to that slide. Note down everything that makes you feel scared and come up with possible solution. E.g., a bully. Okay, let's say there's someone who loves to bully or likes to bully you at school. You can come up with solution to deal with that person because now he will cost you your whole future. Deal with him. I don't know. Report him to the police station or something. Okay, be clean at all times and wear clothes that you feel comfortable in. Like this one is loud and clear. Be clean and wearing clothes that you feel comfortable in increases your levels of comfort. So anytime you're comfortable, you look confident. Okay, I don't know if I make sense, but comfort and confidence goes hand in hand. Another thing is spend less time with people. The reason I included this, it is because we can start with a peaceful meeting. At the end of the day, we are having an argument about something that we both disagree on. So spending less time with people means, it minimizes your chances of getting into arguments. I hope I'm clear. So here are the advantages of avoiding stress. Like we know, stress is the source of pressure, that academic pressure, and procrastination, and also depression. Like a person who is always stressed is often depressed. Like that is general knowledge. So avoiding it and ensuring you are happy at all times can help you deal with the pressure imposed by your academics. Meaning you'll be able to deal. Imagine you are only getting stress from your books. You'll be able to tackle that stress alone. But then if you're getting stress from your relationship, from your parents, from your academics, from anything else, social media, you are going to be overwhelmed. And this will therefore make it hard to deal with it. The last one, you are a human being, not a machine. So you need to take a break. I know this one is an underrated factor. Of course, some people can do well without taking a break. This is because they often do not have a lot of responsibilities at home. But some of us, we have to do our own laundry, clean the whole house, and all these other chores before we could have some time to attend our books. So, as we know, academics can cause stress. As we all know, academics can cause stress. So, you need to take a break from them and do something that is not related to your schools. For example, you can take a walk with your pet, you can play your favorite sport, you can play your favorite game like chess or something. So these are the things you can do in order to take a break from your academics. Okay? Oh, be aware of the last one. Avoid touching your books unless it is necessary to do so. I hope this one it is loud and clear. Unless it is urgent that maybe you forgot about your homework on a Sunday. Oh, Sunday is also a school date according to me. So let's say Saturday, you are aware that no, if I don't start with this assignment now, I won't be able to finish it up on Monday, and Monday is the submission date. But then if you do not have such assignments, there is no need to touch your books on Saturday. Like Saturday, give yourself a break on Saturday. I know some people have to attend on Saturday, but after that, do not touch your books. So taking a break can actually help you with some extra injection of dopamine. That's if you spend your break doing the activity you love. You know what I'm saying? Or trying something new, something adventurous. It also relieves stress and takes away anxiety. When you try something new that gives you an extra injection of dopamine, obviously stress wouldn't stand a chance against that. So it also, taking a break also provides you with some sort of comfort and emotional strength, especially if you spend your break with the people you love. It also promotes sense of validity and improves your self-confidence. That's if you spend it with your friends or even people, your family, your cousins, doing an activity together. You know what I mean? Do not be a loner if you are in grade 12. Do not be a loner. Yes, I know I said you should avoid people, but then do not be a loner. At least own a pet. Spend some time with your pet. Take a walk at the park. Do something. Just just forget about school for a moment. Okay. So everything I've said here comes from my own experience. This is what I did in my matric year. This is no expert advice. Don't only rely on it. You need some professional advice in order to deal with your academics. By the way, thank you. I hope you subscribe to my channel and like the video. Bye bye.